This tutorial will demonstrate how to use freely available software to patch your 360-degree videos which are in equirectangular format. We all make videos with camera tripods which we wish to cover with a patch. In some circumstances we want our image to disappear as we had stood beside the tripod. This tutorial will show you how. Let's get ready. You need your 360-degree video in equirectangular format. Download free software programs, Spatial Media Metadata Injector, Kdenlive and GIMP. Let this tutorial begin. Open Kdenlive. Import your 360-degree video to the project bin. Click the Project tab. Click Add Clip or Folder. Browse to your video location, then select your video and click OK. Alternative import is to drag and drop the video clip directly to the project bin from its folder. The format is not standard for Kdenlive. It will configure to the incoming video clip. For this tutorial it will create setup for 3840 by 1920 29.97 frames per second. Place the video clip on the timeline by drag and drop. This video clip goes on the first track called V1. Capture a frame from the video where you are in view of the front lens, then capture a second frame from the video where you are in view of the rear lens. Capture frame 01 for the front lens. Right-click on the timeline display and select Extract Frame. Use the browser function to your working folder, typically same location as your video file. Rename the file to frame01.png. Then click Save. Play the video to a time you are in view of the rear lens. Right-click on the timeline display and select Extract Frame. The folder location should be that you chose earlier. Rename the file to frame02.png, then click Save. We now save the Kdenlive project. Name the file something meaningful. Close Kdenlive. Open GIMP. We now will modify the captured frames into a patch for our video. Import the two frames. Click Tab File. Click Open as Layers. Browse to the file location. Select the two files frame01.png and frame02.png. Click Open. The stack is shown on the right-hand side of the screen. You will note your image is in the center or out at the edges of the pictures. Frame 01 and frame 02 respectively. For the future process you need to copy that layer which contains the picture of you in the center. Frame 02. Right-click that layer. Click Duplicate Layer. The new layer is labeled frame02.png copy. You need the picture of you in the center on the top of the picture of you at the edges. Click on the layer and drag and drop atop the other layer. For this tutorial frame 02 is on top of frame 01. We now add layer mask to the top layer. Right-click the top layer, then click Add Layer Mask, and select Black, Full Transparency, then click Add. The top frame 02 now has mask on it. Let's paint you out. Select Tab Tool, then Paint Tools, then Paintbrush. Select foreground color as white. Select background color as black. Select the fuzzy round brush. Select the brush size and adjust as needed. Paint over the image of yourself by left-click plus hold and drag and it disappears. We now create new layer from visible. Click Tab Layer. Select New from visible. The new layer is added on top of the stack. We now enter into panorama view. Right-click on the image, then select Filter. Map. Panorama projection. Click Tilt Digital Readout, then set to 90 and press the return key. Click Zoom Digital Readout, then set to number as needed and press the return key. Remember the zoom factor. Click OK. Click Tab Tools, then select Paint Tools, and Clone. Select the brush size and adjust as needed. The Clone tool paints a sample from one area to another. Press Ctrl key plus click on the area in the image that you wish to sample. To paint, just left-click plus hold and drag brush over tripod and shadow. We now enter into panorama view. Right-click on the image, then select Filter. Map. Panorama projection. Click Tilt Digital Readout, then set to 90 and press the return key. Click Zoom Digital Readout, then set the number you used earlier and press the return key. Click Inverse Transform. Checkbox, then click OK. In the layer stack, click the eye symbol for layer frame 02.png, which has added mask. It goes not visible. We now add layer mask to the layer frame 01.png. Right-click layer frame.png, then click Add Layer Mask, and select Black, Full Transparency, then click Add. Layer frame 01 now has mask on it. Let's paint the last of you out. Select Tab Tool, then Paint Tools, then Paintbrush. Paint over the image of yourself by left-click plus hold and drag, and you disappear. In the layer stack, click the eye symbol for layer frame 02.png copy, which has no mask. It goes not visible. All that is visible is the patch. We now export what is visible to a new file. Click Tab File, then select Export As. Change the file name to frame.png, then click Export, then Export. Close GIMP. Click Tab File, select Quit. We open Kdenlive to where we left our session. Click Tab File, then select Recent Project you saved earlier. Import the file named frame.png to the project bin. Drag and drop the file from your working folder directly to the project bin. Drag and drop frame.png from the project bin to the timeline to a video. Stretch the frame.png to the end of the main video on track V1. Press keys Ctrl plus left arrow and recording head moves to start position. Play your patched video. We are now going to render a new video. Set the format. Click Tab Project, then Project Settings. Then locate and select the proper format, then click OK. This example is for Samsung Gear 360 camera using 4K UHD 3840 by 1920 29.97 fps. Now we render. Click Tab Project, then Render. Browse to the folder save location, click folder symbol. And enter file name. New. Click Save. Then, click Render to file. Rendering will take a measure of time. Be patient. Close the rendering status menu. Click Close. At this time save your project. Click Tab File, then select Save. Close the project. Click Tab File, then select Quit. Locate your new video file and inject it with 360 metadata with the Spatial Media Metadata Injector app. Open the new video with your 360 media player. Here are the results.